Mr. Ortiz.
Miss Bradford. My name is Christian Ortiz. I am the CEO of Mod Atlas Media and Justice AI LLC, and the developer of Justice AI, the world's first culturally competent decolonial AI chatbot, designed to identify and deconstruct biases across the board. We are doing a lot of work in DEI and making it a safe space for people who probably are afraid to take the leap or figuring out how to do it the right way.
What you have done with this AI is like nothing I've ever seen, ever. I
Thank
took I took just my raw, pissed off emotion and had a chat with a girlfriend, and it was like having my very own Black female mentor on my shoulder. It was the best thing ever, ever.
Purpose behind developing a tool like this was so that the individual user could have a safe space to have these conversations in the best ways that they know how. And they don't have to worry about activating something by having this conversation with their Black friend or their LGBTQ friend or whoever. And there's no finger pointing, and it's all empathy, and it's redirection and navigation. And it is the number one safe tool that I am trying to encourage everybody to use for sure. So the internet's about to become the Wild West unlike ever before.
Ah, okay. All right. And what do you anticipate that means, the Wild West? What does that mean to you?
Yeah, so in a world where we're quickly, well, we've almost become an oligarchy overnight where we have these, powerful business people who are running the world with their cash. The internet has now become a place where it is a place that's being purchased and manipulated in ways that really don't benefit us as a society. But in the middle of this chaos, I think what ultimately happens, it becomes a reflection of life where enough people revolt to make enough change that you have Mark Cuban who's invested in Blue Sky, which has been amazing. And he's now opened everything up with this thing he's called the AT protocol, which allows people to build their own social media platforms through Blue Sky. And there is so much happening right now that people are unaware of that is going to manifest over the next couple of weeks that is going to change the very foreground of social media. It's so exciting and I can't wait to see how it happens, but I'm here for it.
Right.
It was during COVID that I feel the world really had its racial awakening, where it was like they stumbled upon all these creators that said, you know what, I'm going to take this time to educate people about what's happening with systemic racism and Jim Crow era and everything that we didn't know about the history of the United States or the world. And everybody just, I think our minds exploded at that moment. When I got introduced to ChatGPT and I realized, oh, this is going to be the thing that changes everything. And then being an activist and speaking to it through an activist lens and seeing how it missed the mark, I immediately saw, uh-oh, this is a problem because it's literally regurgitating the worst ideals of our society, the incomplete data, the misinformation, or the whitewashed information, for the lack of a better term. And it really gave me an opportunity to say, now it's my opportunity to build something that where marginalized voices are at the forefront of this thing. It's all rooted in fact and history and knowledge and data, and it's the receipts that we never had right at our
Tell
fingertips.
tell us.
So before I even started developing, I got into a lot of conversations with uh, AI experts, who they quickly pointed out that the reason why the data was so biased is because it was lacking diversity in the data sets, meaning the data that it was being trained on wasn't being trained by the perspectives of Black individuals or women of color or LGBTQ members. And so I had to specifically be intentional of who I addressed and approached to tell them what I was doing, to say, hey, I'm building this system, but what I need is your voice, I need your data, I need your science behind everything. And so I collaborated with over 560 marginalized individuals, mostly women, women of color, in all professions, LGBTQ, neurodivergent experts who have been talking about things within DEI since before DEI was a global conversation. So it allowed me to, they were so gracious to be like, take it all, take all my PDFs. Here are my books. Here's my articles that I've written. Here are my award-winning, everything that they have done, their works to be programmed into this thing, so that this specific AI was trained on all of their data. So what you're getting is their expertise, which is decades upon decades of expertise of hundreds of professionals all around the world. So from the global South and Latin South America, Central America, to Africa, to Asia, to India, all of these places that, voices you probably have never heard, who have been doing the work, who are presenting this thing. And so because it's a language model, it understands your questioning and it's able to decolonize this Eurocentric Western perspective that it's been trained on.
We are, resilience is the key word. And tell me what fuels your resilience? Something fuels resistance, something fuels everything, but how do you keep those fires burning?
You know, I think I'm going to use what you told me yesterday, and I want to share that today because it's still resonating with me today. And that is, resilience really comes to us when something becomes personal. And when something becomes personal, it doesn't matter what comes our way. We're gonna smash through that wall because, by damn it, it's personal. And for me,